going, everybody? Welcome back. Happy 2019. I'm glad to see everybody is still alive here. I did take a little bit of a break, but I'm back now and ready for some more action. So I was doing some research, as someone does, and I came across one of my old videos, as someone does. And it was talking about the 80D and the next generation of the camera, which we were assuming would be called the 90D. And I was thinking, I said this would be coming out like end of 2018, start of 2019, and I haven't heard anything about it, so I decided to do my own little research. And this is where things get very interesting. So the 80D has been out for over 3 years now, and when it first came out, it was like, holy cow, this is a serious camera. When I switched over from Sony to Canon, this was the reason why, just because of the incredible video quality you still have from it. And I still, to this day, use my 80D almost every single day to film jobs, to film YouTube videos, just everything. This camera still, in 2019, I am still using this camera almost every single day. And this is actually coming from somebody, hang on a second. This is coming from somebody who owns a Canon 1DX Mark II, which in all aspects, except for 6, which I made a video on, this is better than everything over here. Now, I absolutely adore my 1DX, but everything is just bigger, like the whole body, the weight, the file sizes, everything just takes up so much more space, whereas my compact 80D still comes in handy for a lot of smaller situations. So like most people, we're all wondering when the updated version of the 80D will come out, because this is starting to get kind of dated with only 1080p 60. But like for YouTube, I mean, I still think it looks really, really good. So that's where I started to do this research. So I started doing some Google searches and didn't really see much popping up as you normally would see if a product was about to be released, which was quite disappointing. So I went to my favorite resource, which is YouTube, and started looking at some videos, and once again, nobody really has too much information except for this one comment, which I'm gonna share with you right now. Wingman1964 says, I was at a retailer here in Texas yesterday and was looking at the 80D. I got in a conversation with a salesman about the camera, and I mentioned I was curious about the upcoming 90D. He said that the Canon rep was in the store last week and assured them that Canon has no plans to release an update to the 80D. He said their focus is on the single-digit models like 5D, 60, 70, etc. He said the 80D will most likely be the last in the series. Wow. Okay, so this really makes me value my 80D even more than I thought I valued it. What it sounds like is this is the last camera Canon will make of its kind. Now this is super disappointing, but I have a couple ideas why. First off, if you've seen the most recent cameras they've been releasing, all of them have been mirrorless. They're trying to switch people over from their standard DSLR camera to basically a DSLR camera, but without the mirror. So it's mirrorless. Probably their biggest competitor right now in terms of video is Sony, because they've been releasing very high quality, high spec mirrorless cameras at pretty affordable prices that kind of have been killing all of Canon. So they're trying to catch up, and I see where they're coming from, trying to basically recreate Sony's mirrorless cameras, but they're not doing it as well, and it's showing quite obviously. Now, I have no affiliation with Canon or any camera brands for that matter. Once I switched over from Sony to Canon, just the look and like the quality, and just, it's hard to explain. People often say it's just like the look of Canon cameras, the color, just basically everything about the ecosystem I just fell in love with, because it's just so intuitive, it looks so natural, and it's very much like in tune with the style of the kind of filmmaking that I do with these cameras. So for me to see Canon always falling behind what other people are doing, it's just very disappointing, because I don't want to switch. I'm so invested. I have so many Canon lenses and bodies and everything like that. So my advice to Canon, not that anybody is actually watching out there, I would say right here, the 80D, you have a phenomenal camera. You're doing something very well right here. And instead of trying to copy Sony with going mirrorless and basically trying to mimic what Sony's doing, but you're not at that level yet, I would say take a camera that people have been praising you about for the past 3 years, and people really would like to see an update. Just take this camera, update the sensor a teeny tiny bit, leave everything else the exact same, you will get so many more customers back. It will be incredible. Canon definitely knows how to do that. That's not like a super complex thing to do that we don't have the ability to do yet. That's a very reasonable thing. It's just from a business standpoint, they don't want to do that. And I have some ideas why, but that's a topic for another video. Okay, so that's basically it. I just wanted to share my extreme disappointment in finding out that this might very well be the last camera in the series of double-digit Canon DSLR cameras, which is gonna make me cry because I love this baby so much. I got many more videos planned coming for you guys in 2019 with the freshest content out there on DSLR cameras. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to keep it pro.